Hello and howdy to all. Hope everyone's doing good today. I'm back with another preview of the National League. This is preview number 6. Match day 5 for my team, but match day 6 for everyone else. Isn't the National League looking interesting at the moment? Dagenham, top of the league at the moment. And tell you what, they've started like an absolute house on fire. As of we at Grimsby, we've started like a house on fire, and I think we're going under the radar at the minute. Nobody's mentioning us at all. You know, the pundits on BT, they're bringing us up slightly, but I don't think they can quite believe a team that's come down has started so well. And you've got to give it to Boreham Wood as well. I mean, Boreham Wood. Everyone thought they'd struggle once they lost Tishamanga. They're proving they're more than just a one-man team. And I think Luke Gallard's got to be given a lot of credit for that. He was probably Boreham Wood's main asset, but it shows that there's more to Boreham Wood than just Kabongo Tishamanga. And could it start to become where teams that have him just become so reliant on him? I think Boreham Wood is showing that, look, we're more than just one player. We weren't just a one-player team. He was just the guy that was getting most of the goals. And so far, they're showing that. So now on to the games for the weekend, for Saturday's round of games. We'll start with the first game, which is Bromley. We're hosting Barnet, who are in absolute disarray at the moment. It's just not working out for Harry Kewell at the moment. They just cannot seem to get any kind of result going. And I can't see it changing this weekend either. They just seem very dodgy. They're a very, very dodgy team. You don't know what's going to come. I mean, like I said, they score 3 against us. They still can't hold on. They score again midweek, but they lose again. Barnet are in real dire trouble, really. We'll just have to see how they go. But they're playing Bromley this weekend, who are stop-start. They seem to be transitioning a little bit into maybe a different style of play for Andy Woodman's team. They're still a dangerous side, though. I mean, we've got to go to them at the end of the month. And I think it's going to be... this is going to be the kind of victory I think Bromley need to get themselves on some kind of footing. And it's gone by what the prediction I'm going to give, which is Bromley 3, Barnet 0. I just can't see Barnet going to Bromley and picking anything up. I'm sorry, Barnet fans, but I really can't. Unlucky for you, really. But there you go. Hopefully you can turn it around, but I just don't see you doing it this weekend. Next is Halifax Town versus Stockport County. Halifax are they're a good side. They've got some good players there. They're a decent. They've had a decent start. Obviously, they would have liked probably a little bit better, but they've had a decent start. Stockport finally got their first win in a while in midweek. 2-0 win it was. But again, John Rooney seems to be the only real one getting the goals at the minute. Halifax are. I think Halifax will take this one. I've gone with Halifax 2, Stockport 1. Stockport need to really start to click, because sooner or later, they could get cut out. But so far, it's still a tight league. A couple of wins for Stockport could change all that. But again, I'm going to go for home advantage Halifax to win by 2-1. Next, Grimsby Town host Eastliegh. Now, Eastliegh are going to be bouncing after winning 4-1. against Dover on Tuesday night. The Mariners are absolutely flying. 13 points from a possible 15. And again with a great win against Wrexham at midweek. Blundell Park was absolutely buzzing. It was thrilling to be there. Looking forward to being there again on Saturday. To me, this is a tougher game for the Mariners. It really is. I think these are the games that you can take your eye off. And I don't think we can afford to do that, because Eastliegh are going to be buoyed by the results. Whether it's against Dover or not, it doesn't matter. You need that first result. You need that first result. So I think we know to take it, to be wary but be confident at the same time. We've got threats all over the place. Grimsby have got threats all over the place. McAtee's the main one people talk about. Waterfall had a belting game in the week. Obviously, you've got Enrico Salza as well. Ben Fox when he comes on. Max Wright. So many challenges. I just think we'll have too much for Eastliegh this coming week. But people know that I've got a soft spot for Eastliegh anyway. And I do wish them well, and I do wish them a good campaign. Just not when they come up against Grimsby. And because of all the way Grimsby are being, and I mean this with no disrespect to Eastliegh, I'm going to go for Grimsby to win by 3-0. Just by the threats that we have got. Ryan Taylor's starting to score now. There's so many threats. With us being at Blundell Park as well. But we have to give them the utmost respect. So we cannot underestimate Eastliegh. Otherwise, we could easily be turned over. But that's my prediction for this game. Grimsby Town 3, Eastliegh 0. Next, we've got Notts County against Maidenhead. Maidenhead have struggled the last few games. There's goals in Maidenhead games at the minute, along with Notts County. This was a difficult one for me to call. Because, like usually, I do not trust Notts County's defence. Notts County's defence looks quite shaky. I've always said with Notts County in the last 2 seasons, it's not the going forward that I'm concerned about. If I was a Notts County supporter, I'd be concerned about the defending. Yes, if you score 4-3s, 3-2s, but you can't keep leaking goals. And as easy as they leak goals, the level of goal they're conceding is poor. And there always seems to be goals in games with Maidenhead, like the 4-3 for Torquay, when Torquay were 4-0 up. And Maidenhead came back and nearly got something out of that game. I'm going to go for Notts on this occasion, probably just because of the threats they have got, but I don't see them keeping a clean sheet again. But I am going to go for Notts County 2, Maidenhead United 1. But it could so easily go the other way. But I'm going to go for Notts to win that one. Next game, you've got Solihull up against Boreham Wood. Like I said at the start of the video, Boreham Wood and Luke Gallard, he gets more out of Boreham Wood than people think they should be there. And as much as I'm sure Tishimanga is a loss for them, they've also shown that, they're more than just Tishimanga. And with him now gone, they haven't let that affect them. They've just carried on and brought some more good players to the club. And, they're springing on from there. They've got a tough trip to go to Neil Ardley's Solihull. Solihull have won the last 2 games. They're looking confident form, which you would expect from an Neil Ardley team. Tough to beat as well. I'm going to go for a high-scoring game in this one because Sabah, who is Solihull's main man and top scorer in the division at the moment, I think there could be plenty of goals in this. But I think Bournemouth will just nick it. I'm impressed by Bournemouth, I really am at the moment. But I mean they will just nick it. I'm going to go for Solihull Moors 2, Bournemouth 3. And this is a game where it wouldn't surprise me if it went 3-2 the other way. It's just a real exciting league at the minute, a competitive league to watch. Everybody seems to know where the net is. It's just who can be the most consistent. Next we've got Torquay up against Southend. Southend having a bit of a culture shock at the minute in the National League. And I think that you always have this sort of mentality when you first come down, and we did it back in 2010. You know, you don't think you should be in the league you are. And you start to have a little bit of an entitlement complex. Notts County have gone through it. We went through it. I think Southend are going through it at the moment, where Wrexham definitely did when they first came down. You have this kind of, where ex-football league, we will just get up there and we will just do the job. And you can see it at Southend really, really struggling to get to grips with this league. And actually the standard of the league as well is getting better and better each time. The quality in the league is getting better. But it's the ugly games, that they're struggling with. They're going to a Torquay side that they just haven't got any continuity at the moment. I don't know whether Guy Johnson actually believes. I know he put an apology out after the midweek game to apologise for the poor start that Torquay have made. And I believe he did say that he is not against getting rid of 3 or 4 to get a few more in. Torquay they're on this massive hangover. Sometimes you have to look, though, who they've replaced the players they've lost with. Are they really the standard that Torquay need? Southend as well, they haven't won since the opening day of the season, which can happen. You come down if you go with the wrong mentality. You can easily find yourself struggling, but just because of where they are at the minute doesn't mean they will stay there. But they do need to get a grip quite quick. Torquay still have not won at home, and that is why I've gone for Southend to win this one, because Torquay just cannot seem to buy a win at Plainmoor. Obviously losing last weekend towards Grimsby Town by 3-1. I can't see them beating Southend. But they'll look at it and go, well, Southend aren't on a good run themselves. This is a good chance for them, which it is. And I'm going to literally go for Torquay United 0, Southend United 2. Excuse me, we've got a fly flying around my head. Lovely. Oh, there you are. Next we go to Wealdstone up against Aldershot. Aldershot will finally be relieved. They finally got a win in midweek. So they'll be looking for to continue the bounce off that win. Wealdstone are probably surprising a few people with how competitive in games they are being. I think they surprised Notts County a bit because they caught Notts County on the hop midweek. Notts County came out with a 3-2 win. But they did have to go 1-0 down before they kicked into gear. Wealdstone are quite dangerous. Like I said, they've got Ivor Jackson Jr., who is a former Grimsby Town player. He hasn't scored for them yet, but he's definitely a threat for them, as is a few of their players. Is it a bearer? I think it is that is their top scorer. And he scored. I think he scored both goals against Notts County. Aldershot are coming into this, like I said, on the back of the win, and they'll want to build on that, and they'll see Wealdstone as a real chance of doing that, making it 2 wins out of 2. I'm going for Wealdstone to win this one though by 3-1. I'm just impressed by how competitive Wealdstone are being, and they're not making themselves easy to beat, so it should be a pretty good game down there at Wealdstone. And like I said, so I've gone for a 3-1 win for Wealdstone. Next, we've got a game that's been changed. No, we haven't. That's the Ovals game, which I'll get to in a minute. The next game on is Wrexham up against Dagenham and Redbridge. Now, Wrexham have just lost their first game of the season at Grimsby in midweek. But what I will say for Wrexham, and I will give Wrexham I will give them a lot of credit. They're a very, very good side, an extremely good side, and they gave us some real problems, and they played some real good stuff. They put us under quite a bit of pressure. Didn't really make James McEwen have many saves to make, but their quality of football was superb. And I still say they will be up there at the end of the campaign without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. They're playing Dagenham and Redbridge, who are flying high at the minute. Probably somebody you wouldn't have thought so, but like I said, with their attacking prowess they've got as well, that they're going to be. Daggers are absolutely flying, winning again. I think it was midweek. And Dagenham just seem to be on the crest of a wave themselves at the minute. And but I'm going to basically say that Wrexham are going to step up here. And from what I've seen at Blundell Park on Tuesday, that they've got the game to do so. Again, I can see goals in this game because of the attacks that both teams have got and the level of football that both teams are playing at the moment. But I'm going to go for Wrexham to win at the racecourse ground by 3-2. But it could easily go the other way. It could easily be a draw. At the end of this, you let me know what your predictions are for the week. Next, we have got the game that got switched, like I was saying about. Obviously, because Altrincham won't be playing this weekend either, through the positive tests. So they were supposed to be playing Yeovil, but Yeovil get enough time to be able to switch this game. So they've now got Chesterfield as opponents. Now, Chesterfield are staggering a little bit. They've had a couple of draws. And Tishamanga's still on fire for Chesterfield. But they've had a couple of draws last time out. Probably just knocks them down a little peg. Or keeps them honest, I'll say. But Hewish Park, Yeovil are becoming strong there. And they're not up there for no reason. I'm going to go for Yeovil to beat Chesterfield. But again, I think it's going to be an exciting game. Could the result go the other way? Very easily in this league. I'm going to go for Yeovil Town 2, Chesterfield 1. But literally it could go any way at all. But 2-1 to Yeovil is my prediction. And then we have the evening game, which is Weymouth up against Dover Athletic. Now, like I said, Dover, I hate to say it, they already look gone, don't they? I think 14 points off safety already. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, if Andy Essenthaler can save Dover, forget any level, any country, any league. Give that man manager of the century if he was able to do this. Dover, I hate it. I just don't see where your win is going to come from. Battling away, and that like I've said before, that's no surprise. But I'd love to see them win one. Just please not when you play Grimsby, please, please, please. But Weymouth, I just can't see Dover beating Weymouth. Weymouth have started so well, and Weymouth are starting to prove a lot of people wrong, And I think teams like Weymouth and teams, like Wealdstone, that they need good starts. They need decent starts. Because they are more likely going to be near the bottom of the table at the end of the season. But the earlier they can get the points on the board, the less likely they've got to panic so much about being near the end of the season. So for this one, I'm going to say Weymouth 2, Dover Athletic 0. And I just see Weymouth just having, again, too much for Dover. And the last game of the actual week, I'm going to add this. It's a Tuesday game coming up on Tuesday. It's Dover hosting Solihull. I'm sorry, Dover. I've gone for you to lose again, and I am so sorry about this. They're playing Solihull Moors. Will it be easy? Absolutely not. But same reason why I went for Weymouth. I just can't see where Dover are getting a win at the moment. Will they surprise me? In some ways, I hope they do. And I hope they can get a couple of wins fairly quickly, because otherwise they will be going down with a whimper. And really, I think Weymouth is a good opportunity for them, but Weymouth are on a flying high at the moment, even though they did lose last time out. But this game on Tuesday, I'm going to go for another Dover defeat. And I'm going to go for Dover 1, Solihull Moors 3. I just, like I said, for Dover, I just don't see where the results are going to come. And Solihull are, I believe, just too strong for them. So, again, Dover, I know it feels like I'm saying Dover will lose every week. Dover will lose. Dover's going to lose. Dover's going to lose. Show me that you can pick a couple of results up. Because at the minute, I just don't see it. And I will keep saying that until I see something from Dover to indicate that they can win games. You got a creditable draw against Chesterfield. Don't get me wrong. Credit is held to Dover for that. But I don't see where the goals are going to come from Dover. And I can't see where the wins are going to come from. I know they will get wins during the season, but if they realistically want any chance of getting out of it, they need to start winning by the end of October. Because otherwise, they could be down. I'm not kidding, they could be down by January. They still need 4 wins just to get off minus points. That's going to be really, really difficult for Dover to get. So, but good luck to Dover. But like I said, Tuesday night's result, Solihull Moors 3, Dover Athletic 1. Let me know what you think the results are going to be. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. That'll let you know when I upload another video. And let me know what your predictions are for these games. What do you think is going to happen? And if it's one of your clubs, let me know what you think. And I will speak to you in a video coming up very soon. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. If you're going to a game at the weekend, enjoy it. Hopefully it's good for your side, and I will see you guys soon.